Oh man, I'm sorry, everybody. I was starting to broadcast and flipped over to my other screen and started going through my pre-orders for the month of March, and hadn't checked the chat in a while. And basically, I found out I was talking to myself for a number of minutes. So I have no idea where I left off. I'd have to go back and go on YouTube and see where it ended. Ah, man, what a fail! What a total fail. So it said I had recorded about 16 minutes worth. I have no idea where I ended. Um, if anybody in the stream was watching my, my live stream and can tell me what book I ended on, that's where I'll pick up on. But man, I may have to just redo the whole thing, which is ridiculous. I usually don't have problems with my internet, but apparently StreamYard kicked me off, and I'm over there talking to myself for I don't know how many minutes. So, oh man, it's terrible. So, if no one tells me in the stream where I left off, I think what I may do is just redo this. So, I may just go in and delete that other 16-minute stream that I did. I'll have to I'll have to start over. So what I'll do is maybe every 2 or 3 books, I'll jump back over just to make sure StreamYard didn't kick me off. Sorry about that. Let's jump into it here. So these are going to be the March pre-orders. So the month of March, books that are coming out that I'm looking at pre-ordering. Kind of give you my take on the books that look good. You know, a lot of it's based on, yeah, that's a cool looking cover. You know, a lot of times the solicitations don't give you that much, so you don't really know if there's going to be a first appearance, those type of things. But yeah, there's some titles that I definitely recommend, you know, making sure you pre-order in advance. So let's jump into it here. Let me go over and share the screen. I know I'm using Midtown here, so Dwayne, you'll have to overlook that. I know Dwayne is a local comic book shop owner, and I know he'll never promote any of my videos that promote an online store. I don't blame him for that. It's easier to kind of go through the pre-orders using Midtown as an example. So here are 43 different comic books that I think look good. Um, to promote competition. I don't fault you for that. All right, I think my sound was knocked off. Hopefully everybody can hear me now. I don't know what I'm doing here. I can't. I guess what I can't do is I can't share the full screen, which is okay. I got to be in the little corner there, otherwise the audio doesn't work. So Man, I am definitely failing all over the place here today. So sorry, guys. So I believe the audio is working now. Hopefully everybody can hear me. All right, let's go back to it. I was on Action Comics 1021. That's the first book here that I'm pre-ordering. Just love that Perillo cover. Next one is Archangel. Archangel 8, number 1. So this is a publisher called Artists, Writers, and Artisans. Michael Morisi and C.P. Smith. Not familiar with either of them, but just a cool looking cover. I love that cover. It's like a painted black and white with the angel wings. Just a really cool. Apparently, he's not that powerful since he needs an assault rifle to attack other people. So he's an angel with an assault rifle. Very interesting. So obviously, there's some influence there by Spawn. You know, this is the heaven and hell conflict type thing. You know, Spawn did this years ago, so I don't know if this will be a great read or not, but the cover is awesome. I'm going to give it a try, at least the first issue, and see if it's any good. So that's kind of a little bit of a speculative buy there. All right, everyone says my sound is back. Good. I'm glad for that. Next one on the list is Batman and the Outsiders, number 11, the B cover by Delato. Just a beautiful looking Delato cover. It's going to be kind of landscape size, so it'll be like a side cover. Anytime you can get a Delato cover for cover price or under, I think that's a pretty good, smart buy. And Batman and the Outsiders has been a good title. I think Brian Hill does a good job on the writing. The interior art by Dexter Soy is fantastic. Dexter Soy is a great artist. If you don't believe me, pick up one of his issues. You will definitely enjoy it. So this is a must buy for me. You're getting Delato artwork, Brian Hill writing, and Dexter Soy interior artwork. I think it's a good combination. So I've not been buying every single issue of Batman and the Outsiders, but what I have purchased and read has been very good, and I love that cover. So I got to pick that up. Batman: Curse of the White Knight, number 8, 2 covers on that. Pick the cover you like. I'm going to pick up both. I've been buying Sean Murphy's Batman White Knight since it came out a couple of years ago. That first series. This is going to be a 12-issue run, so we're more than halfway through. It's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it. I think the writing on it's excellent. Sean Murphy, I mean, he's the complete package. He can draw and he can write. Not too many guys can do that. So definitely pick that up. Got both those pre-ordered. Batman number 90 and 91. They're Mattina covers. I don't have the images up. I know that there is images. I think the 90 is a Riddler cover by Mattina, which is really cool looking, and number 91 is a Penguin cover by Mattina, which really looks nice as well. So you got James Tynion back writing it now since '86. I haven't read any of the issues yet, so hopefully it's really good. But the Mattina covers are worth picking that up, in my opinion. Blood Realm Volume 3, number 2. Cool series. Just, it's cheap. It's 98 cents. You can't go wrong. The artwork, I love red and black, and every cover is red and black. And then the interior artwork is, it's on like a newspaper print, lower quality paper. That's why it's cheap. But it's been a good read, and I've enjoyed it. And for under $1, heck, I don't think you can go wrong. So in my opinion, that's something that's worth picking up. Catalyst Prime, 7 Days, number 6. This is sort of a cover buy for me. I've not been collecting any of the series, but man, I love that cover by Sedgwick. He's the one that's been doing Harley Quinn Joker. He's been doing the art and the covers on that. So great artist. Just think that cover looks pretty cool. Not been reading the series, so that's more of a cover buy for me. Conan number 14. Conan, I think, has been pretty consistently good. Now, I know they're changing the writers. You got Jim Zub doing the writing on it now. You had Jason Aaron on the first 10 or 11 issues. So it is switching to Jim Zub. And I know the interior art is different as well. You got a nice E.M. Gist cover, though. Gist. I think it's E.M. Gist. He's got that Esad Ribic, Frazetta, style of artwork, San Julian style of artwork. Just a classic, perfect for Conan. So that's a definite, I love Ribic covers, so I love the fact that they're keeping a good artist doing the covers of Conan. So that's a good cover for me. I'm going to be picking that up. Daredevil number 19. Beautiful cover by Tedesco. I mean, that is awesome artwork. In my opinion, Daredevil's the best Marvel book going right now. I like it better than Venom. I like it better than Immortal Hulk. Avengers, I like it better than all of them. It's my favorite Marvel title. The writing by Chip Zdarsky has been solid throughout. Immortal Hulk, in my opinion, the first story arc was fantastic. Probably my favorite book at the beginning of this year. But when it got into the War of the Realms, it went off kilter for me. I don't know. It wasn't, the second story arc just was not near as good. They kind of got away from him being that monster that's out of control at night, and they kind of veered from that too much. So I'm not a big fan of Immortal Hulk right now. Doesn't mean I'm not picking it up. I'm still picking it up, but it's not my favorite read. I think Daredevil is the best read. Zdarsky's been solid all the way since the first run. In fact, I think he's been getting better. His last couple issues, I think I've read through issue 14 or 15 now, and it's been really good. I love the Kingpin. The Kingpin kills that guy in the bathroom. I think it was in issue 13 or 14. I think it was 13. And he's like, "What do I do?" I mean, that was a really, really good issue. So if you're not picking up Daredevil, man, you're definitely making a mistake, in my opinion. Let me go back to the chat. Everything looks cool. Only 3 people in the chat, but looks like the sound's still working, so we're good to go. Let me continue. Get back at it here. Deceased Unkillables number 2, Matina cover. The cover art is out on that. It's a Red Hood cover. It's Red Hood's kind of the helmet's definitely messed up, and I don't know if he's zombified in that or not, but it's definitely a cool looking cover. That cover is out though. I don't know. Midtown does. Next one is Decorum number 1. This is Mike Huddleston artwork, doing cover and interiors, which is cool. And you got Jonathan Hickman doing the writing. So Huddleston was doing those covers for Powers of X and House of X series with Hickman. Obviously, the two must work well together since they went off and they're doing an Image title now. There's stories about assassins, and it sounds like a cool space adventure. So I'll at least pick up the first issue and give that a try. Next one is Detective Comics number 1021. This is a total cover buy for me. Lee Bermejo is one of my favorite artists. I just love his artwork, and Tomasi does a pretty good job. I've been enjoying Detective Comics for the most part. Not been buying every single issue, but I've been buying most of them, and it's been pretty solid. So definitely going to pick that up. I think this is Dryad number 1. New series by Oni Press. Writer of Rat Queens. So it's kind of a fantasy, elf and human get together. Kind of a fantasy story. So you got to be into that genre. I love the cover by Fiona Staples. She does all the artwork for Saga. So I think that's a cool looking cover. Hopefully Saga will be returning. I think it returns next year, maybe mid-year. I know they took a year off, kind of a hiatus from the book. So it'll be interesting to see them back to work again. So that's a book I'm going to try, at least pick up the first issue. Edgar Allan Poe, Snifter of Terror, Season 2, number 6. This is the last issue of that series. You got a nice little Trump cover there. The cover artwork's been really good. And it's a satirical read. It's funny. It's not to be taken seriously. It's kind of like if you're into Mad Comics and that kind of satirical writing, it's perfect for you. So it's been a pretty good read though overall, and the print run on it's really low. So some of those early issues have been going for decent money just because of the print run. Next one is Folklords number 5. I've not read any of the Folklords issues. I've read some reviews online. They've been really, really good. Fantasy type comic book. Matt Kent has been pretty good. I read his Grass Kings when it came out by Image. That was really good. So this is Boom Studios. Boom Studios has been hitting it out of the park lately with most of their titles. Love the cover on this. So yeah, it's just must buy. At least for the first 5 issues, I got to pick that up. Frankenstein Undone #3. This is a Mike Mignola written. I love Frankenstein, so I picked up the first 2 issues. I'm going to continue with it. I think it's a 5-story arc, if I'm not mistaken. Just, I love Mignola, a lot of Mignola's writing, and I love Frankenstein, so I'm going to pick that up. All right, let me go back to the chat here. We got Infamous back in the chat. Don Dizzle, welcome, my friend. Yeah, Infamous, you missed me talking without sound for a while. So I had a problem with StreamYard. I don't know, I didn't click on something correctly, so I had to kind of redo the video. So apologize to everybody about that. Hopefully this will turn out okay now. Let me go back to it here. So Frankenstein Undone, I'm picking that up. Gung Ho #4. Cool cover art by Cale No. He's one of my favorite artists these days. He's a Filipino artist. He's fantastic. Just a really good sense of design and color, and he's really, really good. He did that Spawn 303 Singapore Comic-Con variant, which was amazing. I wish I could have picked that up, but that's so expensive now. His art is fantastic, so that's at least the first 5 issues. I'm going to pick that up, see how it is. Hawkman #22. Zafino cover. I got to buy a Zafino cover. Everyone who's been following my channel knows I love Zafino artwork, and this is an awesome looking cover of Hawkman just smashing something. It looks like he smashed a big stone with his mace. Just really cool looking cover. I love all the detail by Zafino. He's got that gritty, just awesome style that I love. So that's a must buy for me for sure. Heathen #10. Heathen's been a great series. The problem with the book is it comes out, every 2 or 3 months. They're definitely not on a monthly schedule. It is a fantastic read. So at this point, if you don't own any of those issues, they're really low print run issues. The first 3 or 4 issues are really tough to find. You can find them on eBay, but like comic book shops, forget it. I've been to a lot of comic book shops where I'm at, and if they had any originally when they ordered those books, they might have had 5 to 10, and that's it, and they were sold out. So very hard to find in LCS. eBay, you'll find them, but you're going to pay more money. You're not going to get them for cover price for sure. So great series, fantastic writing, awesome artwork. I highly, highly recommend it. It's my favorite Vault Comics book that they make right now is Heathen. So definitely picking that up. Ice Cream Man #19. I love this cover by Gabriel Walta. I'm a sucker for black and red covers anyways. So you got a lot of black, a little bit of red. Can't go wrong with that. So I will be grabbing that. Ice Cream Man's been a good book. If you like horror type genre of comic book writing, you'll love Ice Cream Man. Immortal Hulk 32. I don't know about this cover. It's not my favorite cover. I mean, I kind of think it's cool. Hulk's coming through the dollar bill. That's kind of neat, but I don't know. This big old fluffy, I guess it's like a Wendigo maybe. I don't know. It's a little strange. Al Ewing, I'm hoping his writing picks up and gets a lot better. I think he's a good writer, but his first story arc was so good. It's sort of like he needs to get back to that form, and for me at least, he hasn't done that yet. So, I'm not giving up on the series yet. I definitely think it's still worth picking up. At least you're getting nice, beautiful Alex Ross covers for the most part, right? So, Killlock #4. Cool looking cover. Stories about robots that band together. They got to all stay alive or they all die. They're kind of linked. Sounds like a cool concept. The artwork looks fantastic. I've done videos on this before. Livio Ramondelli, he's kind of a concept artist. He knows how to draw. So that book is definitely worth picking up in my opinion. Kill Whitey Donovan #4. I did get the first issue in trade. I traded it with one of my subscribers. He didn't have an Immortal Hulk #3. He had extra copies of Whitey Donovan #1, so I did a trade with him. So I will pick this up. It's a cool looking cover. Looks like a demonic dog took someone's hand off. It's pretty nasty. Cool looking cover though, so I'm going to pick that up, see if it's any good. Last God #6. I've been picking up every single issue of this. You've got writing by Philip Johnson, really beautiful artwork by Riccardo Federici. Federici, Ribic, Gist, they all have tapped into that awesome fantasy artwork style, pioneered by Frazetta, in my opinion. So just beautiful artwork. Definitely worth picking it up for that. Lazarus Risen #4. Greg Rucka, great story. I mean, he's a good story writer on this. Probably my favorite writing by him is Lazarus. If you've never read Lazarus, I would probably buy it and trade at this point, because the floppies, there's a lot, there's 28 issues of that first run from 2010. It's great writing, awesome artwork by Michael Lark. So I pick up every Lazarus issue I can get. It's definitely worth it for me. Marvel Tales Silver Surfer #1, cool looking In-Hook Lee cover. Beautiful In-Hook Lee cover. So total cover buy. It's reprinting older issues. So it's good to have in your collection, especially if you don't have those originals. That'd be worth grabbing. Middle West #16. Scotty Young writing, beautiful artwork by Corona. I mean, look at that cover. That is a beautiful looking cover. It's a great series. I definitely see that being made, at least into an animated movie or maybe an animated series at some point. I think that's going to get optioned. So early issues are kind of a little tough to get. Low print run, just a great book. So one of my favorite Image titles. We'll go back to the stream here, or the chat. We got here. Yeah, sorry, Infamous. Yeah, I had to. My first stream went bad. I had to reboot it there, so I'll have to delete that off YouTube. Craig69 says, don't forget to go over to Economics and Comics. Check out his AOS and V69 unboxing. Awesome, we'll do that. Very cool. Infamous says, I don't know if you follow the first story arc of Immortal Hulk. Good stories like that are hard to sustain. So much expectation. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. First story arc was so good that it kind of went downhill from there. So yeah, my favorite read right now is Daredevil, bar none. I would put Immortal Hulk still high on the list. And Venom's been a little disappointing. I've not been too happy with Venom lately. But yeah, I definitely think Chip Zdarsky is the best right now at Marvel as far as that Daredevil story. All right, Zach B, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Thanks for the comment. Let me jump back into the pre-orders here. So we're on Monstrous #27. I've been buying this since the beginning. It kind of ebbs and flows for me. The artwork is fantastic. I mean, Takata is just beautiful artwork. It's unbelievable beautiful. The writing has been up and down for me. Sometimes some issues have been really good. Other issues have been like I need to reread that. I mean, it's just a little head scratcher for me a couple times, but I believe the series is ending at some point pretty soon. So I don't know if it's issue 30 or one of the upcoming issues, but I don't believe it has much left on it. So I'm going to be probably picking that up until it ends. Morbius #5. You got a nice scan cover. It's a good cover. I mean, it's good. Nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. But I'm really interested in seeing the cover for the B cover for Pyong Jun Park, because that guy can freaking draw. If you don't believe me, I know that name's tough. I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly either. Jun Park, Pyong Jun Park. Go check out his Instagram. His artwork is unbelievably good. So I will be picking that up for the artwork. Totally. It's beautiful. So I have no idea what that looks like yet. It's a Spider-Woman cover, but if if it's anything like he's done on Instagram, I'm buying it. He's unbelievable. So go check out his Instagram page. You'll be impressed, believe me. Once in the Future #7. I've been collecting every issue on it. Awesome artwork by Dan Mora. Kieran Gillian's doing a good job on the writing. It's been a solid series. I can't say anything bad about it. I mean, it's been one of the best books, I think, of 2019 is Once in Future. Boom Studios has hit it out of the park. I mean, they got Folklords, Once in Future, and Something is Killing the Children. All three of those books are doing very, very well. So I am very excited. Whoever's running Boom Studios, man, hats off to them. They've had a great year. 3 awesome books. I mean, it's unbelievable. What a great year they've had. All right, welcome, Malcolm Giles. Don't worry if you missed anything, man. You can always go back and rewatch it on my YouTube channel. It'll be posted there pretty soon. Comics for All People. Yep, Daredevil's been good from the start. I totally agree. So we left off at Once in Future #7. Resistance #1. This is another one of these publishers, artists, writers, and artisans. So I'm not too familiar with the publisher. I think they're fairly new. Or if they're not, I just haven't been paying attention. But you've got a nice Raza cover, which I love Raza's artwork. That's a cool looking cover. So it's a nice cover by. You got J. Michael Straczynski, which he did a lot of writing for Marvel in the past. He's written Spider-Man. He's written Superman, Incredible Hulk, Infinity Wars. I mean, he's definitely he's a veteran of the business. And I'm interested in seeing if this is any good. Yeah, he's written Babylon 5. Yeah, so I don't know much about the story. Global disaster leaves hundreds of millions dead in its wake. Shortly after, a few thousand suddenly manifest superhuman powers. Are they harbingers of more perils to come or Earth's last hope? So, I don't know. I'll give it a try. It sounds good. It's only a 6-issue miniseries, so I'll give that one a try. Skulldigger and Skeleton Boy from the World of Black Hammer, #4. I've been picking this up since the first issue. I haven't read the first couple issues yet. I still haven't read it, so hopefully it's good. I'm going to keep picking it up. At least it's probably going to be a mini series. I don't know if it's going, how many issues it's going or not, but yeah, I'll at least pick up the A cover on that. Spawn 307 Mattina cover. I love Mattina Spawn covers. Can't say no to them. $1.94. That's totally worth it for me. So I'm going to pre-order that in advance. Spider-Man Noir Volume 2 #1. I think these are worth picking up mainly because you usually get a new character in these Spider-Man series. Yeah, I'm interested in it. I just think it could be really good. So I'm going to give that a try. Pick up that first issue. Star Wars Bounty Hunters. I don't buy a lot of Star Wars books, but you know, with the Mandalorian show, I'm kind of interested in the Bounty Hunters. And of course, I mean, you get a Lee Bergermo cover out of it. Shoot, I'm all over that. I'll buy it just for the cover. Hopefully it's good too. I mean, the writing is, who's doing the writing on it? Ethan Sachs. So another good reason to buy it. Ethan Sachs. Old Man Hawkeye was fantastic. He did that. He also did Old Man Quill. He's just a great writer. I loved Old Man Hawkeye. That was one of my favorite. I loved it. It was fantastic. So I'm definitely picking up the first 2 issues of that. Strange Adventures #1, covered by Mitch Gerads, and this is Tom King. So I don't know if this will be good or not. Tom King he struggled with Batman. I don't think Tom King did a good job with the character of Batman. Will he do a better job with this? This is Adam Strange. I don't know. I mean, he goes back. Tom King can be great and he can suck. So it's just one of those things. I don't know if he'll be good or not. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to at least buy the first issue and see how it goes. So I'm willing to give it a try. X-Men Giant Size Magneto #1. This is the B cover by Esad Ribic. I'm a huge fan of Esad Ribic. He's phenomenal. I'm picking it up for the cover. Now they do show an A cover by Ben Oliver, which is nice, but I'm only going to buy one of these. And Esad Ribic, he's going to get it. No doubt about it. I love his artwork. Last one on the list is Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen, the B cover by Riccardo Federici. All I need to say is Federici. That's all. The only reason I'm picking that up is Federici does the artwork. He is phenomenal. So that's what I'm picking up for the month of March. These are pre-orders. You've probably got through the middle of January to get those in. Depending on the online store, I don't know where final order cutoff is. Midtown is usually around the middle of the month of the month that those pre-orders are in. So yeah, probably by at least the 10th or the 15th. I think you got at least till that much time. So you don't have to get it done right away. But those are the books that I'm picking up for the month of March. Yeah, I don't know if this will be my last video of the year. It might be. I was hoping to do a live stream with Jim's Comics maybe this week, but he's got a lot of family in town. You know, he's a busy man. He doesn't have that much time. So if he can get on with me on a live stream, I'll let everybody know in advance. I'll send out notifications, especially on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. I do post a lot of comic books and content on Instagram. I don't always post. I don't post links to my YouTube channel very often on Instagram, but you know, most of you follow me on both, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, guys, appreciate your time. Everybody have a great Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. Enjoy time with your family and friends. We're going over to a friend's house later tonight, so we'll have a good time with some friends, and looking forward to tomorrow. Opening gifts, enjoying time with family, and just reflecting on the year and being grateful for everything that you have. I think that's really the most important thing this time of year, is to spend time with your friends and family, and also reflect and be grateful for all the things that you do have in your life, not just material possessions, but definitely relationships and people that you care about. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Everybody have a great Christmas Eve, and I'll see you soon. Justice Comics out.